So unfortunately, I can't talk to you anymore because I have a hangnail. I'm just kidding. Hey everybody. So today, got these beautiful solid brass Holey Foot Pegs. I'll be putting on the Phantom build I'm working on. A lot of this bike is going to be brass and black, and these are going to go on instead of the disgusting floppy rubber stock garbage. So pretty nice foot pegs. Got some knurling on the end. Hold your foot on there, and they're hollowed out. Keep them lightweight. Gonna try them out. See how they look. So first thing we're going to take off is this little cotter pin on the bottom here. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing there, but this is the cotter pin. It has a little washer on it too. And here is the clevis pin. Ta-da! Came out pretty nice. And there's your, wow, oh, that's quality. Look at that. Gosh, that's pretty. So, definitely an upgrade. From trash to flash. So, these are pretty easy to put on. Just drop them in here. Get our pin through there. And get this new cotter pin here. Put the washer back up. Actually, let me rotate this so I can see the hole. It's always good to see the hole that you're going to shove something into. Don't want to go in blind. Push this through. Spin it around. And spread it open. Lots of talk about holes and spreading things open. I'm talking about motorcycles, you pervert. You can use 2 pairs of pliers, 2 pairs of needle nose. Just wrap the cotter pin around there like that, and it's not going to go anywhere. So that looks dope! Stoked. Super stoked on how these turned out. They're solid freaking brass. None of the plated stuff. If you plate these, your boots are likely to wear the plating off. But it's a pretty sassy addition to the bike, I think. So as you guys can see, replacing foot pegs on your bike is a pretty dang simple process. Not a whole lot involved to it. And you go from some garbage, disgusting stuff that was on there to something obviously way better looking in literally a matter of 2 minutes, maybe tops. I don't even think that took 2 minutes. The only issues you may ever run into is if this pin is bent. All you need to do is get a drift from the bottom and tap it out. It's an aluminum pin, so it bends pretty easy. And I've seen that on a couple of the older bikes where this pin is bent and you won't be able to pull it out by hand. This one we got lucky and it moves freely. But if you have a little drift, you just pop it out with a hammer. They'll come right out. You can straighten it out on a bench, on a vise, whatever you got handy. There's no really crazy benefit to upgrading your foot pegs except for the fact that they look way dang better than this. Oh yeah! So if you look at the end of this foot peg, there is actually a little lip here around the edge. And the reason I did that was because I've ridden a few foot pegs that didn't have any sort of edge on the side here. And you end up having your boot slip off sometimes, or your boot starts to fall off and you might not know, depending on what kind of sole or shank you have in your boot. I know a lot of you guys out there wear work boots that have like metal or thick composite inside the sole. And when your foot's going over here, you might not know that you're halfway off. You hit a bump and your foot slides off. Just not a super safe position to be in with your foot dangling. So this really helps retention your foot on the peg. And without getting too crazy with the knurling is just pretty gentle, but it's enough to grip your boot, and the lip really helps. Same with the holes here. It gives your foot a little bit of texture, your boot a bit of texture to grab onto when you're riding. So if you take a peek down the foot peg here, you can see the edge is nice and chamfered, so you can shove your finger in there all you want. You're not going to get cut. You can see how it's been hollowed out, though. The holes and the hollowing also keep the pegs lightweight because brass is a pretty dang heavy material. This is C36 machinable brass, and it's the ideal brass you want to use for machining. It's also very strong, has a lot of different applications, but when you hollow it out, put some holes in it, it keeps it lightweight without sacrificing too much strength, really. So you have a lot of surface area on the inside and outside. If these were solid, they would technically be weaker than a hollowed out piece. So when you create more surface area, you create more strength. I am really excited to have you guys along for this build. I've been looking forward to do this for quite some time, and I have some really cool ideas for it. And definitely stay tuned, subscribe, and if you found this video helpful or fun or silly, hit the like button, absolutely, and look forward to talking to you guys soon.